Marcus Vinicius comes from Brazil, and he's a judo black belt. He's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. And the guy that owned Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu hired him. Now, Fabiano Iha left, and they brought Marcus in to run the jiu-jitsu program at Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu. And I think this was like early 97. And the first class I went to, I got my blue belt, and I was like ready for the new instructor. And the dude showed up, and he was like, everybody line up. Everybody bow. Everybody stretch. Everybody do judo, warm-ups. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, if you look down, he's like, look at me, show some respect. I was like, wait a minute, what happened that we just fight, And I told him, I was like, yo, this class used to be like, he goes, that's not how this class is anymore. I'm in town and this is the new thing. And I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm out. Not only am I never going to get a black belt, number one. Number two, I'm a blue belt. I will never lose a street fight ever again in my life.
Yeah, never. You're the champ.
I already got what I needed. That was the mentality at the time. And that was, I look back at it and obviously it was wrong. It's not what jiu-jitsu means to me today or even close. But at the time, here's this instructor who's telling me to bow and show respect after I've just been scrapping for a year straight. He's trying to get me to do judo, which I don't want to do. And he's like, this is like a real class now. And, like I said, and I can't get a black belt. Fuck this, I'm out. So I bailed. And I didn't train from, I would say, 98 to about 99 till about 2003 or 4. I had played around with jiu-jitsu. I would always wrestle with my friends. I would teach people. I would go on movie sets and get my friends into jiu-jitsu. I still stayed active with what I knew, but as far as sticking with jiu-jitsu, how I was sticking with it before then, this guy Marcus Vinicius really turned me off. And he was way too serious, and he was, I just wanted to fight, and he had all this, points, and now there's points, and like, you gotta hold that position for points. I'm like, I just want to, anyway. So I took about, I would say like 4 or 5 years off. And then a funny story. So then I ended up going to Brazil in 2004, just on a trip with my friends. And I ran into a buddy, a friend of a friend's that I had met at Carlson's back in 96, a guy named Valid. You know Valid?
Yeah. Okay, took me a second, yeah.
So I called him because I knew him from back when I trained at Carlson a couple times. And he said, when you come to Brazil, let me know. I'll pick you up and I'll take you to Nogueira's gym and we'll train. I was like, all right, cool, And so in Brazil, I hooked up with him. I went over to Nogueira's gym and he said, you want to train a little bit? I said, yeah, let's train. I mean, I haven't really been training the last couple of years, but I can train. So we rolled for like an hour and a half. And he said, yo, man, you're talented at jiu-jitsu. You can't stop. You've got to get back into jiu-jitsu. And I said, yeah, I would like to, but the school that I was at back in the day, it just kind of got too serious for me. He goes, I got the guy for you. I got the best guy for you. When you go back to LA, I'm going to hook you up with him. This is the guy you need to be with. He's the best jiu-jitsu instructor. I'm telling you, in LA, you got to meet him. Sends me to this place, and it's Marcus Vinicius.
That's so awesome. So everything you need is this guy.
Yeah. And then obviously, over that time, things had changed, and Marcus has been my sensei since 98 also, but since 2004. And I stuck with him and I never left after that point, and got my purple, brown, and black all from Marcus Vinicius.
Well, sometimes, like that maturity, sometimes the maturity is, a little bit delayed within like the art, the style, not always just age. Sometimes it's just like experience of training and being in the circles, and you come around stuff like that. It's always awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a trip, man, too. Like, and I know it sounds like a movie because like he never said the dude's name. He just said a buddy of mine teaches, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't know it was Marcus until I showed up, because also the school had moved. So Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu wasn't where it was anymore. It had moved down the block. So I kind of just showed up, walked in, and he goes, oh, you, huh? And I was like, no. I'm sorry, sensei. I'm here to learn. And then, my attitude had changed, and